The ESA BIC coverage of the ESA Business Incubation Centers is spread over 9 member states, 9 ESA member states. We have in total 11 centers, 11 ESA BICs, and we created about 80 companies per year. Today the portfolio is about 250 companies, and within this network of 11 centers we have one here in the south of France, which is called ESA BIC Sud France, and which is supported by CNES, Aerospace Valley, Pegas and other stakeholders.
There are 7 Incubatees in ESA BIC Sud France. They have been selected during the last year. 4 more projects will join ESA BIC Sud France very soon, and we hope it is a new dynamic that has been launched.
Since this elaborates reliable, innovative systems to provide a better answer to natural disasters. Our first product is called QuakeShare, and we're using mobile phones to be able to help on alert, crisis management and preparedness for earthquakes. So to be able to realize the alert, we really have to use the mobile phones to their full potential, and especially all the global navigation systems. So using the GPS positioning or GNSS positioning will allow us to have a precise information when the mobile phone detects an earthquake, but also to provide an emergency beacon for people that might be buried after such an event. We also provide a dashboard for the organizations when we collect the information. On this dashboard, we will be able to report the geolocalized information, but also to provide satellite images before and after an event to facilitate the intervention of the emergency teams. Our really unique competitive advantage is to be able to gather information before all communication networks fall down after an event like an earthquake. Then we can have unique information about casualties and about impact areas in an earthquake area. This unique information is very valuable for our customers and will facilitate the interventions and also the return to business to all the enterprises. For the general public, it's also a good tool to have in their pocket, because then they can be alerted of incoming earthquakes and take the right steps to get prepared and potentially save their lives. ESA BIC Sud France is going to contribute to our success story. We are recent Incubatees, and what we're looking for is really to have access to the technology expertise from the spatial field, like experts from the CNES and from the ESA. Those experts will allow us to really validate and improve our technology and the usage of it. The second part is really to access to additional funding, both through the seed funding that they're providing and the access to investors.
An ESA Business Incubation Center, what is it finally? We try to surf on the actual trends in Europe to support entrepreneurs by providing some support.
Flight watching offers to its clients the tool that every engineer dreams about. The idea is to draw anything with tools like Photoshop or Illustrator and to push data into it, and the synoptic gets animated automatically. And we are targeting airlines right now for them to follow in real time their aircraft fleet, and so that they can make predictive maintenance, because we add to the synoptics some knowledge, some intelligence, so that there are alerts on typical events that they can customize. While we are doing in-flight troubleshooting, that means the aircraft is flying and we already query the aircraft so that we can dig into the aircraft systems. So when the aircraft is over the seas, then we use a satellite to get the data from the aircraft down to the ground. Thanks to the predictive maintenance to reduce the delays, because when an aircraft has a problem in flight, today the airlines have to wait the aircraft lands on so that mechanics can go into the aircraft, and half of the time they cannot find the fault and the aircraft goes for the next flight with the same fault. With in-flight troubleshooting, you have the aircraft in the context of the failure so that we can know more about the failure, and the team on the ground is able to prepare the next dispatch so that you will not be late for your next rendezvous. Thanks to ESA BIC Sud France, we got some coaching, from the Midi-Pyrénées region for developing our company, which is a very young company. We are developing it. We have coaches that are next to us for the everyday life of a startup. That's the best point we could get. And we have some money, to make our R&D program, because we have a huge R&D program to raise our project to a new standard.
ESA BIC Sud France is a project led by Aerospace Valley and BIC. It covers 3 regions: Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, Midi-Pyrénées and Aquitaine. And it is a group of partners, mainly incubation centers, 2 in Aquitaine, 2 in Midi-Pyrénées and 2 in Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. These 3 regions have the goal to boost the local economy, and it is as well a very interesting organization between Pôle de compétitivité Pégase and Pôle de compétitivité Aerospace Valley, which has created a very strong link between us to promote the activity of space applications.
FlyOps, it's a worldwide flight support company dedicated to private and business aviation. We propose to our clients outsourced flight dispatch service, but not also. We also propose to our clients engineering, documentation, and assessment for the ATO and AOC, that is Aircraft Operator Certificate, and also for school. Our product is a light product with SATCOM incorporated, which propose to connect the cockpit with our services when the aircraft is airborne. And we propose to send to our clients, to our customers, all flight files, and also to have some connection with the ground during their flight. Our added value is the possibility to deploy the product inside the cabin with a SATCOM communication. Our plan is to develop the activity of FlyOps once in the services, in the flight services, and second in our product, which is the connection system between an aircraft and the ground. ESA BIC Sud France brings to us legitimacy and credibility with our partners, technical and financial partners.
Why ESA created the ESA Business Incubation Centers, or known as ESA BICs in Europe? This is simply because we took the advantage of this treasure of innovation, of know-how, of assets, of patents that ESA is created every year. I remember you that we have a budget of 4 billion euros per year. That we think that we could foster or facilitate the use of these treasures in the non-space sectors. and also, finally, to boost the local economy.
Aguila is an independent high-tech company specialized in communicating electronic devices. And what we offer to our customers is, first of all, to analyze their needs in terms of hardware, and then we lead them to the development of prototypes and then industrialization of their product. So we work with people who have a project, and we develop for them the communicating hardware, which is actually a device that will allow you to collect information and send them remotely to another part without any action of human. Today we develop with ESA BIC a small tracker, a very small tracker that so uses, of course, the geolocalization, and we incorporate very small GPS modules of really the latest technology. That they are very sensitive, very precise, and of small size. And our challenge actually is to find the best compromise between the size, the autonomy, which it has to be a long-lasting product, and of course the precision of the localization done via satellites. We are able today to develop products that are really long-lasting and save energy. They can last 1 year up to 5 years without any battery change or without reloading the battery. Second point, of course, the size. We develop very small communicating devices. ESA BIC Sud France has been of a big help. Actually, they help us, of course, financially and also advising us on some points. And it's a big help because they help us to support more R&D risk, because what we are doing now is really innovative, so there is a technological risk. And this way, with their help, we can be more, I would say, audacious or more challenging and therefore more innovative.
WUG offers a platform to dispatch and coordinate business emergency to its client. The problem the company faces is when there's an unexpected event to treat or an emergencies, we all do the same. We pass phone call, we send SMS, we try to figure out who is available to solve our problem. Behind that, the solution is availability calculation that we are doing in our platform, so web and mobile. The solution, technically speaking, we are improving the solution of dispatching in mixing the social graph of companies and technical element coming from a connected device. Has a smartphone today, but it could be car, it could be any kind of connected device. In a few clicks, the manager who is trying to find someone right now will do it with WUG. So WUG is an app, and smartphone app and a web app, which use geolocalization. So localization of individuals, localization of place. And what is very difficult for us is to get the information as fast as possible and transmit it in our server to the users. So with Galileo, for instance, and GNSS, this will help us to have a better localization in terms of communication, in terms of accuracy of the localization. Our future plans is to be a leader in the field of emergencies and unexpected events. We want all the clinics and all private hospitals use our technology in France and abroad, so we also want to be abroad. And we want to open other markets as maintenance and real estate management, for example. ESA BIC Sud France contributes to our success story in giving to us technical support, market support, market analysis also, and also financing the R&D and the product.
For the next years, we would like to increase the activity of ESA BIC Sud France. We would like to have more startup created via ESA BIC Sud France. And for this, we are going to involve more and more our partners, local partners, who could help us to promote the creation of startup, and especially among the student population, universities and engineer schools. So this is our goal, and I hope we will succeed.